What's up guys, I'm Godfred Bafi and welcome to Tycoon Talk. Everything has a beginning, so in this video we will talk about how and why Tycoon Talk exists. I've been on a very interesting journey the last 5 years, and as I was going through that journey I was sharing my experiences and my findings with people on my Instagram, BlackTycoonTalk, and also with family members, loved ones, friends, and anybody who just cared to be curious enough to look at things different and think different. After graduating with a bachelor's in sports administration, I was fortunate enough to get a job at the athletic department at my university. After some months went by working there, I realized that this sleep, work, repeat life balance is not really what adulthood's supposed to look like, or at least for me, that's not what I really wanted. So I got really curious because people do this for 20, 30, 40 years, and I got really curious. So it led me to asking a whole lot of questions, which also led me to discovering one of my favorite hobbies, which is reading. I wasn't a huge advocate for reading. In fact, prior to that, I had never finished a book from cover to cover. I think it was because I just felt like reading was boring, or I just didn't really understand it that much. But now I can't even go a single day without reading. It's like oxygen. Or food. Yeah, I love food. So for me, reading was huge in the paradigm shift of unlearning and relearning. So as I was learning and growing and finding out how things work, I was sharing them periodically on all my platforms on social media. Since I was dropping gems here and there, my best friend LaDonna of Brazil, which you will hear about all the time, she's literally the brains behind the organization. She was like, hey Bob, why don't you structure it, mold it, just organize it and make it more relatable, because there's really a need for, the content and what you're bringing to the table. Not only are you teaching people what you're learning, but you're also showing them how you're learning it and also how you're navigating through that whole process. So the transparency aspect of it is going to be huge, because most people only post, when everything is amazing, when life seems great, or only their winnings, So me being very transparent and very even keel, showing the pros, showing the cons, the challenges that I'm facing, was very, very important in our community. That was basically the beginning that ushered in Tycoon Talk as we see it today. So she is as much part of Tycoon Talk as I am. LaDonna, thank you. Tycoon Talk exists for a multitude of reasons. The communities and the masses generally have been through a lot. My parents included. They came all the way from Ghana, West Africa, to the United States, been here 20 plus years, and they still continue to work extremely hard and work to their bone because they're not at a point where they can be comfortable just yet. This generation is going to need a lot of this information, so that's why we're here. And the next generation, because we cannot teach the next generation if we don't know how some of these things work. I believe us millennials and Generation Z have an opportunity to do something on a massive scale never before seen because of the tools that are available to us. And also, generally speaking, our responsibility levels are not as drastic as, what the previous generations have had to deal with in terms of tools and also responsibilities. Some of us might be in this boat, but I think it's fair to say that the previous generation have had to deal with a lot of debt. We're talking about mortgage, credit card, medical bills, and also they have a lot of family responsibilities. That is not to say that as millennials, our responsibilities are small or we have nothing to worry about. Many of us are being crushed by student loan debt, and unemployment is at all-time highs. The job market is getting more competitive by the day, and it's getting harder to earn salaries or even a paycheck that is actually going to be able to sustain, a nice, comfortable, healthy living lifestyle. Financial burden breeds fear and domestication. You can live a more energetic and fulfilling life when you don't have to worry about money. For many of us, personal and financial development is not in our background, nor is it taught in our schools. But that still does not give us any excuse to not live the better life. It's our responsibility to take care of ourselves and take care of the next generation. These are the reasons why Black Tycoon Talk exists, and we're just here to do our part. One of our goals is to share everything we've learned. It's for the living. It does not serve us any good by taking it with us. So welcome to Tycoon Talk if you're new. Hit the like button and subscribe. As always, stay safe, chop life, stay tycoon.